crazy Mexican radio station, and um, so the volume wasn't working, or the voice wasn't working, the recorder wasn't working. It was picking up this radio station, so now I'm doing this voiceover recording, and otherwise I'll get a lot of negative feedback because the recording didn't work very well. Anyway, what I'm doing here at this video is I'm really just practicing my, not surfing, but my camera recording skill or practice. I'm trying to adjust get to know my camera and get to know its operation and see how the wireless works. So what I found is that the wireless doesn't work very well because it picks up these other signals that interfere with the with my speech here. Oh, my Vastu volume is going. I'm not sure if this is recording now. Okay, well, let me check here. Microphiles, okay, format, I don't know. Hopefully it's being recorded. I don't even know if I'm being recorded. Anyway, you're tuned into this because you want to learn how to pop up on a surfboard. I'm talking about something else. Alright, so on to the educational part for you guys. So what I'm explaining here is that one of my things when I've learned to first surf, and the most frustrating aspect was to actually stand up on your board. And so what I'm explaining here is that my props, what I found useful in my practice of standing up on a board is to use some props to kind of mimic the ocean waves as close as possible on dry land. Typically when you learn to surf on dry land, it's so much different once you get on the water because these waves are just jostling you all over the place, and it's good if you have nothing else. I mean, just to practice on sand or on a flat surface, the popping up on a surfboard. But what I decided to do was to use some props to again mimic the ocean waves. And so what I have here is plunked over my surfboard from Costco. I actually bought it off Craigslist from some guy for like 65 bucks. It's a really cheap surfboard, but it's really good. It's a foam board. It's 7 feet. What is it? I think it's an 8-footer, 8-foot surfboard. It's pretty light. And so it's good for me. I'm a bigger guy. I'm 205 pounds, so it works out for my needs. It's cheap, so if I bang it out a little bit, it's okay. But this method here, some people thought might break my surfboard, but it doesn't. My surfboard didn't get damaged at all. Here I'm explaining that I have artificial turf here, so it's really good because it doesn't have a lot of has a lot of friction on it, and doesn't allow the ball to roll all over the place. So it's a pretty good surface to place my ball. So what I explained here is that I have one of these balls that people use for ab exercise, and I just deflated it to about halfway, and I laid my surfboard on top of it, and so I can get that rolling motion on it and practice my pop-ups and my balancing. So it worked really well. I couldn't remove the fins on the surfboard. There appeared to be attached to the surfboard with some adhesive, so I just left it on there. It didn't damage my fins at all. It'd be funny if I'm talking, I'm not even recording here. We'll see. Anyway, so when you learn to surf, there are some basic steps when you do the pop-up, is to place your feet together and like on a tippy toe on the foot stamp of the surfboard. The foot stamp is that rubber part in the back of the surfboard. So I'm kind of on my tippy toes here, and you want to lean back with your, I'm just saying that paddling in the surf, and you start to begin the pop-up motion is when you feel the wave pushing you forward, and once that happens, then you give a couple more strokes, and then you pop up. And the way you pop up is you place your hands directly beneath your chest, and you look upwards, not upwards, but straight ahead, and just extend your arm straight out. And it's kind of what I take yoga, and this kind of a pose right before you get into downward dog is chaturanga. I don't know how you pronounce it. I think it's chaturanga. And so you do that, and you pop up, and there's different forms of popping up. One is the where you just pop up, your 2 feet go up in the air, and here I'm demonstrating a second type of form to stand up on your surfboard, and it's called like a chicken wing, where your hand or your where you place your leg at an angle and then you stand up. So what I do is kind of do a modified chicken wing where I don't really place my leg at that angle and then stand up. I kind of do it in one motion. And here I'm demonstrating how I actually pop up is by doing that, and then once I'm up, and then I balance. So I'm gonna cut it right now. And so if you have a surfboard, this is a good and you're learning how to pop up. Learning in a dynamic like this, I think it really helps, because once you're out on the water, and then your kind of kinetic memory takes over. That motion that your muscles feel from practice, it just does that automatically. So that's what you want to develop when you're doing this. So just keep on doing this over and over and over until it becomes second nature for your muscles when you start in that particular diagram of your body going down the waves, and then your body just automatically knows what to do because it's built into its memory. People call it muscle memory, kinetic energy. Kinetic muscle memory. But yeah, this video goes on and on and on, and I think you guys get the gist of it. All right, thanks. Bye.